All right, good morning. Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. Oh, God, that was even hard to say. I've watched too much Netflix, I think, in the last, especially over the weekend. That was from Tiger King. And if you haven't seen it, I recommended it before, but I recommend it again after finishing it. It is crazy to watch. So thanks for joining me this morning. What I'm going to talk to you about today is kind of going back and putting your best foot forward. Right now, whether that kind of breaks down into two different buckets. Unfortunately, over the last really couple of weeks, I have seen, and everyone has seen in the news, or if you're keeping up on LinkedIn, whatever else it may be, you probably know people that have been impacted and lost their jobs, which is, there's no way around it. That is a terribly difficult process to get through. But if you're listening and you're in that position, understand that you will get through it, right? So this is a time where when everyone is kind of not in their normal swing, you obviously most importantly, with not having that stable piece of employment, this is a time where you really got to double down on yourself, right? And coming from myself, someone who has been in the position of not being employed and actively looking for work before, that is the mindset that you really got to find yourself in. After you accept what's happened and you've gone through the grief and all of those things that are healthy to deal with, double down on yourself. So look at the position that you had, look at the position that you were in, and ask yourself, that may have been a good job. Maybe it was a great position. You want to try to emulate that again with a new employer when the time comes. But if not, ask yourself, what can I do now to find a position that will really be that great job, right? And you got to go back and do some self-reflecting of what in a position really makes me fulfilled. And you can do those exercises now is the best time to do them. But actively do it, stay in the right mindset to make sure that you are motivated, that when the time comes and the opportunity presents itself, that you're going to be in the best position to accept the role that really represents what you really want to be doing, whether that's with the right company or with just for yourself, what really fulfills you. So the second group is those of you that do still have your positions. Is how do you get back to work and come back stronger than you were when we left, right? And I say when we left because we really have. A lot of us have left. This is week 2. I'm now in my basement for 2 weeks in a row. Haven't been into the office. So we have left. How do you go back stronger, right? And that's just asking yourself, and this is what I've been doing, ask myself, what if I asked this question a month ago and I said, what could make my job more productive? What could make me more efficient and effective in my position? Ask yourself that question individually. And then whatever that answer is, whether it's, man, if I spend a little bit more time strategically managing my portfolio, if you're a multi-unit manager, if I spend a little bit more time going in and diving into my team's talent development, if I spend a little bit more time on maybe brushing up on the content, right? Or presentation, whatever it may be, things that you think could make you a stronger individual in your role, take the time to do those things now. So I've got 2 projects specifically that I'm working on. One is brushing up on a particular interview technique that I'm familiar with, but I've always wanted to dive deeper in. And now is a great time to do it. And another one is just brushing up on fixing really some of my presentations. So the PowerPoint decks, things like that I always said, man, I meant to do that, but I didn't get around to it. Now I'm spending the time to do those things. So when I do come back, I'll be in a better position. It could be creating a new exception-based report. If you have an XBR system at work, all different types of things that you could be creative with, but now's the time to do it. So don't just go day by day going through the motions. Challenge yourself to do something more so that when you come back, you're going to be in a better position than we were when we left. So that is the coffee tip for today. Short and sweet, but hopefully it's something that you can take away and it'll put you in a better position than before you watched. Have an awesome week.